Oh my god, bro. What the fuck is wrong with this team? What's wrong with our quarterback right now? What's wrong with putting fucking what's wrong with Nick Caley for putting Dare Agumbawale in on pass protection on 2 point conversions and early in the game to be able to give up sacks? I don't know what the fuck going on with this team. But whatever's going on, it need to get fixed, and it need to get fixed not now, but right now. Y'all boys go ahead and get in the chat, man, because this shit right here is just beyond frustrating. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck is going on right now, bro. The defense told had to fucking you had to tackle right there for the sack to end the game. Everything was right there on the platter. Like you stopped them on 3 consecutive plays. And y'all boys don't wrap up and y'all let Baker Mayfield, who I understand is hard to sack. But goddamn, y'all had already got him down 4 times in the game. He lost multiple yards. You was D'ing him up. And then not only that, the little dump off that y'all give to fucking Bucky Irvin, Aziz doesn't even take the right angle to be able to even make the fucking play and let this nigga go down 22 fucking yards. I don't know what the D tackles was on today. They don't even normally even play like that. These motherfuckers gave up 169 yards on the ground on 30 attempts. What's good, y'all? I see y'all in the chat right, bro. I don't, I'm, Nick Caley called a good game for the most part. The fade route that he tried to get to Nico on that drive when we went in the red zone, we was 0-2 in the red zone. We was like 2-9 on third down. We not dialing this shit up on third down, which is a big problem. You got some life out of your running backs. You got some and do I need to go ahead and say this? It seemed like every time, and I'm gonna be the first one to say this. I know DJ Bean and me alluded to if y'all follow on Twitter when we went to 0-2 and then you saw how the season turned out once we got shit going. I'm not going that route because somebody already took that. So shout out to him. I already was thinking that way before he said it, but I'm gonna let him have that. When notice when we go back to back, when we win division titles back to back, it always seemed to, in that third year when we should be repeating, it always seemed to be. Now, I don't know if this is going to go as far as the injuries, and we didn't lose a lot of players. We gained a lot of players. So, I'm not saying that this thing can't be turned around. But what I saw Baker Mayfield, I don't know what this third year is about. Every single time we double up and win the division, because we never just win it once and then switch or but we have forever doubled up. I don't know what's wrong in this third year. We definitely missed Tank, bro. We just missed an explosive play really across the board when it comes to offense. The O line for the most part for a good portion of the game early on, I was like, bro, these motherfuckers is putting in work. Then Lake and Thomason started to fall. Patterson started getting pushed back. Then Dare was in on these fucking run plays when we clearly fucking seen Woody Marks in the backfield blowing linebackers the fuck up. Tyke Smith comes off the edge and blows this nigga Dare up. Kendall, what's good? Let me shout out to y'all real quick because I'm finna get back into my point with the rest of my rant. Head of the table, what's good, man? Stephen Harris, Antoine, Footballer 503, Wolverine, DK, what's good, boy? Antoine Smith, Tavo, Jay Adams. Who else we got up in here? Dane, Kendall, I see you. JJ Blackshear. Uh, DJ, RTX, man, what's good with y'all boys? Houston B, man, I don't know what the fuck going on right now. I really don't. I don't know, bro. Nico right out of the gate, burning these niggas alive. Burning them alive. They didn't know what to do. Kalijah Cansey was killing the game for these niggas on defense early on. He goes down. You start to make some plays. It's like we was moving the ball, but we just couldn't get where the fuck we wanted to. Special teams, Jalen Noel gave us the best field position we could possibly have the whole fucking game. Kaimi, I almost thought he whiffed on that goddamn kick, that 53-yarder he hit. Shout out to him. He did his job when needed. Special teams blocks a fucking field goal. I mean, a punt. Gets fantastic position. And this nigga Quentin Johnston just catches a bomb for fucking... Oh my God, bro. Quentin Johnston just catch a fucking bomb on Monday Night Football. A 60-yarders. I don't know what the fuck going on with this season. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on with the defense because the defense kind of today was on some fuck shit in the middle of the field. They kept running halfback blast on us. They was running off tackle on us. You know what I'm saying? They were getting to the edge, not really on the edges. And I noticed this thing like no 3-tech was really being played. These motherfuckers was shading and playing right over the guards and tackles. And you could clearly see Cody Mock was given the center that they had to use to be able to back in because Cody Mock had to move out and play. He was playing right guard the entire game. He kept giving him all the signals and letting him know. And these motherfuckers was combo blocking like a motherfucker in the game today. A lot of duo, a lot of halfback blast, a lot of off tackle, a lot of dive plays. Like, they was coming right up the middle. They wasn't even really getting no runs on the outside. Stingley played a hell of a game. Hell of a fucking game. CJ Gardner-Johnson was tripping early, but in the second half, he turned that shit up. He got right. Azeez, for the most part, and Azeez made me so fucking happy. When he dropped 30 yards, and when he was covering the dude in the slot, and he ended up getting the bat down, that shit should have been a pick. But I'm going to forgive him. But it's good to see that you can play that type of depth because we're going to need that shit later on in the season when the time arrives. Henry To'oTo'o, for the most part, played a good game. But it was some missed tackles. It was some poor penetrations being done by the interior D-line. I don't know what they was on. But when it comes to what CJ Stroud was doing on some of these plays, he missed some throws that I'm just like, bro, you can't be serious. He stepped up into the second sack. He stepped right into that shit. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Nah, Will Anderson wasn't quiet. I don't know what game you watched. Will Anderson wasn't quiet at all. Sheldon Rankins had a good motherfucking game. Hate the fact, and these dumbass penalties was coming in at the wrong time on defense. It's like we would make big plays on defense, like the first Sheldon Rankins sack. You know that boy Sheldon Rankins has been balling the fuck out the last 2 weeks. Foley, not so much this game. You need to tighten the fuck up because today you had a very off day and you wouldn't normally have. You got to pick that shit up next week. Jacksonville is always the get right game. It's bad that we lost this game. Hopefully we can turn this shit around and it's similar to CJ's rookie year. But some of these decisions and some of these plays that was made, like CJ bailed out on a couple of plays where he didn't use his legs anywhere near enough as he did like he did in the Rams game. He used them some, but Jacksonville is always our get right game. Ed Ingram was playing his ass off. It was Lakin Tomlinson. It was Lakin Tomlinson and fucking Patterson in the second half was starting to get abused. Ursery, for the most part, played well. Titus, for the most part, played well. Ed Ingram, for the most part, played well. Lakin Tomlinson, early on, was balling the fuck out. Jared Patterson, early on, was balling the fuck out. And then, all of a sudden, they started getting pushed back. I know we wanted to run the ball. We got some good runs here and there. We were utilizing our running backs and short little passes. Shout out to Woody Marks. Shout out to Nick Chubb, for doing their job today. Shout out to Jaden Higgins on the pass he did catch when he was targeted. Shout out to Xavier Hutchinson. He should have sat on that route that he had, that CJ missed him on. He should have sat in that route in the zone coming across the way that he did. But he was wide open. There was a few plays, and it was just some overthrows. And then, we started to see some dumb fucking play calls. And the fact that we just could not convert in the red zone, this shit was pissing me off, bro. Use the backs out of the backfield because they were getting shit done for you. When you did target Dalton Schultz, which was much later in the game, he made a couple of plays for you. They went away from Nico for the longest time, bro. He didn't get another catch until like the fucking second quarter. I don't know why you was using Justin Watson when you already had Higgins in. You already had these guys in. I don't know if it's a matter of concept. I don't know if it's a matter of explosion. When we see the damn video, when the all 22 film comes out, then I can be able to speak on this a little bit further. But right now, this is the recap that I'm going to be able to give you from what we had on the screen tonight. And right now, this shit, we way better than this. Oh my God, these niggas just got intercepted. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, bro. If y'all in the Discord, if y'all is in the Discord, share the live. Let everybody know I'm live right now, so we can be able to get some more people. I don't care if you're a fan of this team. I don't care if you're not a fan of this team. Anybody can be involved in this conversation. Go ahead and get them likes up, bro. We got 12 likes. We got 37 people in here right now. I don't know what was going on. Special teams get a block fucking punt. You get great field position. You get stopped. You take a sack. We didn't even have that many penalties. We cut our penalties down, boy, by like 7 or 8. I want to say we had like 12 or 13 penalties last game. We had 6 penalties for 45 yards. The Bucs had 7 penalties for 45 yards. It was a lot of bullshit, illegal hands to the face, and most of the penalties was on defense tonight, which was the trip part. We could say, okay, the defense wasn't really getting no bad penalties tonight. Not really. A couple. Like 1 or 2. And it's just like, we getting going. We going away from shit that works, which is generally like a Houston. It's the most Texans thing to do. You don't just let motherfuckers adjust and just stop it and do what you need to do. You just go away from what the fuck works. And somehow you think that that's going to win you games. I understand how a lot of Texans fans is feeling right now. A lot of people feeling like, bro, it's going to be a complete wash when we see Baltimore in a couple of weeks. I mean, I understand that some people feel like they don't want to feel good about the Jacksonville game. The Titans is playing a whole lot better right now, but, they got issues and they got a rookie QB, so I think we'll possibly eat on them, but I wouldn't say that's a for sure game. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit just not looking good. I thought the way that the game started off, it was finna be a motherfucking massacre, or at least a high-scoring, a high-octane, but the defense was tripping early, but they locked in the second, third, and fourth quarter. They sold at the end, which I have no understanding. You stopped these motherfuckers. They couldn't move the ball, and then all of a sudden, Baker Mayfield is able to get out of a fucking sack. And why would you run a double move with Nico and just let him run he could have just ran a slant versus running a fucking double move, having him on a double move in the end zone. What fucking sense did that make? Ball placement on the throws were bad. They weren't even close. You went to Nico multiple times. You could have ran a rip route. You could have ran a stop route. You could have ran a little hook, a short little hook. with the tight end. You could have ran a little in. You could have run a drag route. You could have had a running back hit the flat real quick little dump off, run it in, and dive over. You run the ball one time with Nick Chubb, you get stopped, and then you just feel like, oh, you don't even need to run the ball no more in that situation. I'm good with trying to throw in the red zone. I'm good with them trying to do a whole lot of things, but the shit that they was just trying to drum up in that situation, it just looked like it was supposed to lose. CJ had some good throws early on. The line was missed early on. Everything was working, and you didn't capitalize on the shit when the shit was working. And it's frustrating, bro. Danielle Hunter played his ass off. Sheldon Rankins played his ass off. CJ Gardner-Johnson started to picking up and play well towards the end. Petrie, he played all right. The linebackers, for the most part, they played good. But and Sting and Lassiter was clamps. Outside of that one play that Sting gave up, that little 22-yard play, he didn't get to get his head turned around, and Mike Evans made a good adjustment on the route. Outside of that, bro, Bullock was tracked today. He was taking some fucking poor angles. And I don't know what's going on with Caleb Bullock. I don't know if he needs to be playing free safety and CJ Gardner-Johnson need to be playing. I don't know what's going on, and I think they really like his ball skills and what he was doing. But, bro, Petrie came back in the game. I mean, that wasn't even no real big thing. He came back in the game and he played fine. But it's just like, what are y'all doing in the back end today? It's like the safety play wasn't the greatest today, and the fucking interior D-line was just getting moved consistently over and over. And these niggas had hella penalties. No, he's not, bro. Get out, bro. Brandon, get out of here, bro. Toll played good, bro. He whiffed on that fucking tackle. Toll played real good, bro. Like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Toll played well, and I understand, bro. CJ, this is much of a CJ not closing it out and the defense not closing it out towards the end. When they made several adjustments throughout the game. Special teams and Frank Ross gave the offense all the fucking... And Jalen Noel, if he cuts that shit on the inside, that's easily a fucking touchdown. For 6. Y'all get the likes up, bro. Please get the likes up. Get them likes up. If you ain't smashed the like button, please smash the like button. Hey, Dore, love what you did over the last few years. I understand you're a special teams captain. I understand what it is. Spitz, get in the chat. Let these boys know I am live right now. Tell them to get the fuck out of the Discord. Get in the chat right goddamn now. Get Dore the fuck off this team. That's 2 weeks in a row. Last week you fumbled. This week you fuck up a 2-point conversion. That was all him, because that was his man. That linebacker that came down the bike. That was on him. That was not on no. That wasn't on any nigga talking about. You don't know what you're talking about if you said that was on the O-line at all. And that sack didn't even count in the stat sheet because it was a 2-point conversion. So it doesn't even count against CJ. Otherwise, CJ would have had 4 sacks tonight. Dore got blown up twice. And it was just, and the first one, the Tyke Smith, it was a fucking safety. How you get blown up like that by a fucking safety? Linebacker, edge rusher, if that would have been Yaya Diaby, I wouldn't have. But the fact that he was even in that situation to begin with, what the fuck was Nick Chubb? Why the fuck was Nick Chubb or Woody Marks in that situation after they showed you they could pass block? I didn't go live. For anybody wondering why I didn't go fucking live last week was because I was getting blamed for the game because I went live pregame. So now, but and so now that it's known now I can continue to go lives and do my lives prior to the stream because it doesn't matter now. I was supposed to be the bad luck guy in the Discord, and if you're a part of the Discord, you already know that shit. Hey, it ain't on me. These motherfuckers ain't getting it right. So now I can do post games. I can do all of my streams now. I didn't let y'all know, but I'm letting y'all know now. The reason I ain't go live last week is because when I said something about the Rams game, we lost Christian Kirk, we lost Ed Ingram, somebody else got hurt, and we lost the game. So I got blamed for last week's loss. This week, they realized I ain't the fucking curse. So because of that, I'm going live from here on out. Doesn't matter how it works out. I'm giving y'all the content that y'all need because there's a lot of boys out here. They going to be telling y'all a whole bunch of dumb shit and they not going to tell y'all the real. Bruh, this shit, it's a lot of people to blame tonight. It's a lot of people to blame tonight. Chubb needed to be in that situation and fucking Woody Marks. Woody Marks had blew a motherfucker, had saved CJ from getting sacked early on. I mean, I don't. Some of these substitutions, I don't really understand. Some of the personnel that they choose to call in, and like in the red zone, I don't understand. When you got a nigga like Jalen Nolan, you got Xavier Hutchinson, why don't you have these niggas running a quick out? Why don't you have Jalen Nolan on a whip route? Why don't you have on a short out, a short in route? You know, why don't you have these dudes running in slants and shit like that? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, we held them to 20 points, and we held, you know, the Rams to 34 points, and I understand that ends up being 17 points a game that you're giving up. You know, you're not really giving up a whole lot of points. We're not giving up a whole lot of yards. But what we are giving up is fucking touchdowns in the red zone and fucking third down. I don't know what's up with our third down defense this year. Last year, that shit was so stout. You couldn't complete a fucking third down. And shout out to D'Amico for making the changes that he made when he stopped playing all that damn zone and he went to press man coverage. The moment we started playing press man coverage, these motherfuckers couldn't do a goddamn thing. They couldn't do nothing. What you need, son? Night, night, son. Come on. Night, night. See you in the morning, okay? All right. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, you make these adjustments, and it was good to see, you know, Stingley cover damn Mike Evans all night. He didn't leave his side. Ibuka got that play early, and he caught a pass like later on in the game. But Ibuka really didn't do shit. Rashad White came in and spelled the hell out of what Bucky Irvin was doing. Bucky Irvin had like 60 yards and what's called had like 60 yards on individually. But as a whole, when you add in what Baker did, these niggas had 169 yards rushing. That ain't even us. We don't even give up that kind of yards like that. We don't even give up them kind of fucking yards on the ground. You faced a way better running back group last week and a way better play caller, and you stuffed that shit like it was nothing last week when you played Kyron Williams. Bucky Irvin, phenomenal back. I think he's very good back in this league, and I would have loved to have him on my team, but it was just like, bro, y'all giving up these kind of fucking yards to Bucky Irvin, my nigga? Too many missed tackles. I don't know what it is, and we have to say this about D'Amico Ryans. Ever since you got here, bro, this team has been so fucking undisciplined. Conversation got to be had, man. You deserve some criticism tonight. Whatever you doing, it ain't fucking enough, and the penalties ain't enough for whatever you try to infer. You ain't imposing nothing. You too fucking friendly. You smile too goddamn much to be when it's nothing to smile about. I understand. Smile about life. Smile about family. Smile about being a millionaire. Smile about your position. Smile about you being a God-fearing man. I understand all that. But when it comes to the motherfucking performance of this team, you ain't shook your arm like this all year, nigga. Where's this at? When you doing that? I take that back. When when we blocked the punt, yeah, I seen that. I seen that then. But nigga, what else is fucking going on? Tampa wasn't supposed to win. We're supposed to have a motherfucking sack on Baker Mayfield. This nigga getting shut out in the whole fucking drive. And y'all don't make the tackle. This nigga was squeezed in. This is a fat ass nigga was able to roll out, get 20-something yards. But like I said, more egregious than that was Aziz not tackling fucking Bucky Irvin on the sideline when he had a clear lane to him. I understand if the angle wasn't great, but if you grab him, you at least give yourself enough time where somebody could have came up and helped you. He looked at the nigga, let the nigga run off, and then he finally caught up to him and made a... Bro, like when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, bro. And when they got to the 2-yard line, I'm like, I know they was running the ball. When they took that timeout, I was like, oh, they finna run the ball. And sure enough, Bucky Irvin ran that bitch right on up in there. And shout out to any Tampa Bay fans. I just seen the Tampa Bay for shit. Welcome to the stream, bro. Y'all deserve it tonight, nigga. We practically gave y'all the game away. Y'all was giving it away to us. Y'all gave it away to us too. You know, we didn't take advantage tonight. I don't know what the fuck these boys on. They on some bullshit tonight. Overall, for the most part, it was a good defensive game on both sides of the game. They got theirs, we got ours. You know, Tampa Bay was getting a lot of disrespect, defensively. And Todd Bowles really hasn't played well against the Houston Texans. His defense, like, it didn't matter where he was at. We always seem to take care of him. Baker Mayfield, this is his second win on Monday Night Football when he was like 1-7 on Monday Night Football. So we just gave this man his second win when he ain't even deserve to win. We make the play we were supposed to make when we was right there, dead to rights. He probably got that juice that Marlon Wayans gave in the Him movie. You know what I'm saying? He probably did a ritual sacrifice. There's probably niggas in his life that's gonna die behind this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But shout out to Tampa Bay. Shout out to them. I love them uniforms. The uniforms clean as fuck. The uniforms were so icy tonight. I just felt like, and the thing was, prior to this game, Nico Collins in week 2, nigga, be balling out he has averaged either 9 or 10 targets. 9 or 10 targets the last 3 years on week 2s for the Houston Texans. He's averaged 140 yards and a touchdown in week 2s over the last 2 seasons in Liberty Whiteout. It just seemed like Nico was going to have a game of the ages the way that 29-yard touchdown went off. It took forever for these motherfuckers to get this motherfucker the ball. I don't know what Nick Caley is doing when it comes to that. I don't know if this nigga, his weapon, himself, it may end up really, for him, it may be Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk might actually be the guy he really waiting on. Because what we've seen in the preseason, the way that these niggas was moving the ball, and this was all with Christian Kirk being on the field, mind you. So I don't personally understand why you're centering what your team does well around one player who's not even on the field. The most talented guy on the field is Nico Collins, at least in terms of the offense, and it's not even close. When we get Tank back, it's going to be on a whole nother level. It's going to be on a whole nother level. We need Tank back ASAP. And for everybody talking about he out for the year, no, he ain't. He ain't out for the year. There's no designation. There's no publication. There's no sports publication on NFL.com, ESPN, anything like that has any timeline or says that he is out for the year. You can't find it because it don't exist. I know that's a lot of people's assumption that he ain't going to play the full year. I doubt that. I doubt that too. Yeah, I know he got a little hamstring and shit right now, Kenny is. I understand that. I know he got that, but you still got enough hogs. You still got enough with the running backs, with your receivers. You got enough receivers. You got enough weapons. Even without Christian Kirk being on the field, but CJ got to play better and make these throws. Step up in the packet and stop stepping to the left and to the right, nigga. Like, you're not Mike Vick. Don't get me wrong. You can run, and we like what you can do with your legs. But nigga, don't run 20 yards back and then try to make a decision you want to throw the ball away. If pressure get up in your face and you get to moving around like that, just throw the fucking ball away. It's that simple. Save the down. Save yourself. You might even draw a penalty, nigga. It might be a roughing on the passer. We won't know because, nigga, you want to try to play a hero all the fucking time. You don't have to. I ain't saying you trash. I'm not one of these fake-ass fans who's saying that nigga trash. But, nigga, tighten it up. You better than this, nigga. You need to hear shit like this. You better than this, nigga. Act like it. The fuck you you criticize yourself, but no, the fuck you don't. Because if you did, you'd be playing better right now. And I say that with love, nigga. I don't say it with no hate in my heart at all. It's only hate to those who can't accept the truth. If you can't accept truth, and if you ain't talking to yourself like this, and when you look at tape tomorrow, you'll be like, nigga, if you don't say to yourself internally in your inner anime monologue voice, well, yeah, I whiffed on that throw. I was trying to get the ball to Nico, but it didn't come out my hand right. I stepped up in the pocket. I should be stepping up. Throw the ball over the middle. He's sitting right down on the route. Make adjustments. Want to hear any of that? Make the fucking plays, bro. You finna get paid. You finna get broke off. Nigga, Houston fuck with you. And we don't want to see these niggas up in here, nigga, talking shit about you online. All these badass niggas like pancakes. Nigga, that nigga ain't got no room to be talking about nobody. I don't need to know if you need to phone in and your pops need to talk to you. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. Monday Night Football on in the pen. I know he's seen the game. I don't care where he was at in the country. He was able to see this game. And the whole game. Because it came on at 7 o'clock. Niggas in the day room. Niggas in the county able to watch the game. Locked in. Like, come on, bro. Niggas got to get in the fight. Bro, I guarantee you, niggas got to damn near get into a fight. Oh, your son trapped. Like, come on, bro. You know how much commissary being lost, nigga? Zoozos and wham whams, nigga. Niggas need that. Niggas need noodles, nigga. Shout out to the Bucs, though. Shout out to the Bucs. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Shout out to the few plays Ibuka made. But major shout out. Major fucking shout out to Bucky Irving. That nigga's the player of the game. Kalijah Kancey was playing his ass off before he went out. They did defensive front. Shout out to Todd Bowles for making adjustments. Shout out to Todd Bowles. I don't want to leave the Bucs fans out and make it seem like, nigga, I ain't saying nothing about them. Bro, they had a phenomenal game plan. But it wasn't until that bullshit ass play, and then we was holding Baker Mayfield to 146 yards. And this nigga drives down the field, nigga, on the last play to be able to get over 200. That would have been 2 weeks in a row. We would have held a motherfucking quarterback to low two. I mean, he got a low 200. It ain't like we gave up a shit ton of yards in the air, because we really didn't. But we didn't do what we need to do in the red zone on third down. The defense, I don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. I know niggas gonna be calling for D'Amico Head. I know niggas gonna be calling for Nick Head. And I won't be shocked if they move on from Nick Caserio. And really, I wouldn't have said this any other time. But things that really matter, like getting a younger D tackle, getting a younger O-line, especially within the interior. The tackles I can deal with. A younger, more explosive tight end. You lost Cade Stover last week to a foot. That boy battled through that shit. He wanted to play, but you know they said they gonna say he got to sit down for the year now. So it's just like, man, you just don't know what the fuck to do, bro. Shout out to Rockhead. Shout out Rockhead. Hey, let them boy. Hey, drop this link in that chat. And let everybody know I'm live over there. Big Cat Not Live, bro. I appreciate it. I just don't. It just seemed like they don't know what the fuck to do if they can't get Nico the ball. We ran the ball well. That's the trip part. We ran the ball well tonight. Nick Chubb, touchdown. Great concept on that play when he got that touchdown. Great concept. Great block. Great execution. And great way to finish. Great way to finish. Woody Morris, when he was in the game, bruh, this nigga getting 30s. This boy doing out routes, going 37 yards. He blocking well. When he was able to get some nice first down, some savvy little running in for us. And they just didn't capitalize on plays that was won. This game honestly should have been in the 30s, possibly 40s. We was moving the ball. Just like last week against the Rams. We was moving the ball. Then some dumbass penalty happened. Then some dumb, and they always came at the worst time. Yeah, we didn't play the run well, but we ran the ball well. I mean, we started to lock in at certain times, but it just seemed like, bro, when they felt a little confidence, when they saw how they was able to push, bro, it was just like, what? I mean, but we already knew that, Jamari. We already knew that. We know that. Offense. We started out 0-2 2 years ago, and we ended up going to the playoffs. As long as we don't have no significant injuries, as long as we don't have no significant injury to the quarterback, Stingley, Will Anderson or nobody like that, I think we'll be able to turn shit around because Jacksonville, regardless of any situation, is always our get back game when we got to get right. So we're going to have to lock in going into this very next game. But Nick Caley, he had some plays. I can respect some things he did, and I'm willing to give him probably about 1 or 2 more weeks. But but it's the undisciplined nature. It's the fucking undisciplined nature of the team that is the biggest fucking problem. And defensively, as far as the fronts are concerned, I just could not understand why they was playing a bunch of 2-gap, 4-gap. Like, why are you playing head over the guards in the center and the why weren't you playing 3? Why weren't you playing any 3 technique? Why weren't you playing 1? I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it. It didn't make no sense. They running halfback blast. They running off tackle. They was trying to stretch, but they couldn't get there. Will Anderson and them boys was setting the edge too well, and then they would bring Petrie off of the edge. And if they wasn't bringing him, they tried to bring in C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And if they wasn't doing that, they had Azeez and they had Toll coming down the pipe, and they really couldn't get the penetration and push up in the pipe the way that they needed to be able to prevent certain kind of plays. We didn't really allow them to be effective in the short area as far as like screens and shit like that, which is why the majority of the game, outside of the big plays that they got early on, the Bucs really couldn't move the fucking ball. Frank Ross, hands down, had the best unit of the day. Special teams. Right out of the gate. Jalen Noel, nigga, right out of the gate. 30, got us on the 36. Next drive, got us on the 34. Drive after that, got us on the 30. One after that, got us here, got us there. Then we blocked he gets the big ass, the punt return, for the 50-something yard punt return. We didn't do shit with that drive. We didn't even get 3 out of that drive. When you saw that your fucking defense, your offense was getting stonewalled like that, and then we scored that touchdown, bro. If we kicked the fucking field goal versus going for it in that situation, and then the thing was, we took a field goal later on when we got 13 before we ended up. If we kicked that field goal, we still would have been up. We would have been up 1. We would have won by, even if they would have went for 2 in that scenario, it would have been 21 Hey, so I don't understand, man. But I don't fucking get it, bro. I'm finna get ready to call this live tuning in. I appreciate everybody who came through. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. If you got something to say, and hit me up in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about it. If I didn't get to your question or I didn't say anything about what y'all had to say, let me know. And I'm gonna get to y'all comments and stuff right now. But I'm finna get on up out of here. I'll probably try to go back live and try to have a rational recap of this game once I see a little bit more things so I can talk about some more good and bad. But right now, this Houston Texans team ain't looking good, and there ain't no telling when that shit's gonna start. So y'all make sure that y'all go ahead and y'all smash that like button, share it live, and leave any thoughts that you said. But as it states right now, welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. I'm your host, Wayne. Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports. Y'all have a good day, and just know I'll be going live because the Discord realized I ain't the fucking curse. Inside joke. If you in the Discord, you already know what it is. Y'all boys lock in.